That's my new hat I got. My hat I got Saturday. Hey, man, I don't know if it goes with a red shirt or not, but I wanted to wear it this morning just to see how it looks and aggravate my friend Ronnie. Aggravate him a little bit. Good morning, Chris. Chris, number one again. Chris, you ought to get a trophy for being number one so often. Uh, uh, anyway, good morning, folks. There we go, Lisa. Good morning. Um, I was kind of looking. I kind of look kind of shaggy, don't I? I slept good. I don't know. Old age. Uh, Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Joyce, Suzanne, Sue, Laurie, uh, Steve. Good morning, buddy. Uh, Kate or Katie. Uh, Deborah Barnes. Good morning. I don't know why I always say Deborah Barnes. I always throw her last name in there. Just a habit, I guess. Uh, Deborah. Good morning. Katie Newman or Kate. Maybe I'll just stick with Kate. That way I got it. I'll be right instead of Katie. I don't know. Hatari, good morning. Janet, Cheryl, Jenny Lee, or Jay Lee. I couldn't see it. Read it. Lisa. All right, look like we got a good group here this morning. My friend Ronnie is sick. Seriously, he's sick. He needs prayers. Ronnie's been sick probably going on a week. And the medication they give him made it worse. I'm dapper. Thank you. Thank you. They gave him some medication. It made it worse. He got actually more sick. So he called the doctor and they changed that medication and trying something else. But yeah, keep him in your prayers this morning, guys. When Ronnie's sick, I know he's sick because I don't get all this harassment. When I get harassed, I know he's feeling good. But when it's quiet, when everything's quiet from Ronnie, then you know he's just not up to anything. So I called and checked on him, and just hearing him talk, you can tell he's not doing well. Anyway, keep him in your prayers, guys, and also keep Jill in your prayers. They came here this morning early, on their way to the hospital for her surgery, and she has to be there at 9, I believe. And the doctor said it's going to be 7 or 8 hours, in surgery. So keep her in your prayers, okay? Dust is naturally worried, and I'm sure Jill's, you know, we got the baby. Jill got the little tiny baby in her. She's in hog heaven. Yeah. Last night I had to overhaul everything. She bought a little, not a crib, bassinet. Yeah, one of them little ones, a little thing. And it has like a little thing on the end. You put batteries in it, it makes music, and also has a little bit of vibration to it. It vibrates. So I put batteries and all that stuff last night, get it all tested for, and got it going. And then there's another little thing. What did I work on, Buster? What was it we worked on that took batteries? Oh, a little swing. Yeah, automatic. In the old days, you had to crank them up. We had to crank them up. And then so anyway, this one's off batteries. But I put batteries in it last night and got it all checked out. So anyway, yeah, she's all set in there this morning, and they dropped the baby off and formula and all that kind of stuff it takes and all that kind of stuff. And you can tell Jill just did not want to leave that baby. She holds them too much. She holds them too much. But she does. And that little baby may be spoiled. It may be spoiled to that, and she may be holding it a lot. The worst thing about, that's not nothing to do with the baby. Dustin has to leave because he's going to be over. He's not going to leave Jill's side. He's going to be with her. If she's there 3 days or 4, he's going to be sitting right there, I guarantee you. So he brought his dogs. He's got a German Shepherd, Addie, and a little three-legged dog. Should have named it Tripod, but he named it. I don't know what the name is. I want to say Kayla, but it's not Kayla. It's something else. Anyway, whichever it is. But Addie hates cats. Now, she don't try to hurt cats, but she barks at cats. So the minute they got here and he put her in the yard, because they'll run off if you don't. Cats scattered. They gone. It don't look like we got no cats. So I'll probably have to feed them out at the pavilion for the next 2 or 3 days because they're not going to come on that back patio to eat. Little kitty, little wild kitty, he'll have to learn to eat somewhere else. I have to go out there and start feeding him back out there where he was. They can't get to him, but the cats have got some changes they got to deal with. Tina has kept Coda Bear and Carly, and I think Bay staying with her dad during this time. Lester and Jamie come by yesterday for a visit and picked up Lex, and Connor went with him this week up to the farm, up to J&L. And Connor gonna become a cowboy too, I guess. But anyway, Lex sat there the other night, and he's all laid back in the chair, and he says, "Yeah, I may become a cowboy, PawPaw. That's okay with me, but whatever you want to be, whatever you want to be." Anyway, this morning is any birthdays. Just kind of see if we got a list of birthdays because I don't want to miss nobody, you know. And sometimes we'll go through this thing about time it's over or after it's over. I'll get a little email. It was my birthday. Sorry. Anyway, good morning, Mans. I see Mans over there in England. Anna Maria Piazza, Peggy Irvin. See, I'm seeing they slow it down now. I can see some names: Molly, Beatrice Dallas, Joyce Lee, Carla Kay. And now listen, if you're new, I'll tell you now up front, if you're new on this channel, we want to welcome you first off. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and not because of me, you ain't gonna learn much from me. But these folks that you see coming across these screens, these names and stuff, you can't beat these people. You can't beat them. I get emails all the time from folks, and new people too, that they're so glad they found this channel. They've met people here, and they'll name some of them by name sometimes, who they're check. Hey, Dan, go to work, son. I can't stand it. People don't go to work. Yeah, Dan's on his way to work. Anyway, Marcia, this Marcia, okay, hang on. And the Brenda and the Marcia. Stop it right there. Y'all think I ain't prepared? I'm tired of people saying PawPaw ain't prepared. Ta-da! My white boy. Brenda. I'm not looking at y'all, so don't say anything right now. And Marcia. Brenda and Marcia, okay. Okay, see? But anyway, if you're new, just join in. Tell them you're new. Say, hey, I'm new here. My name's so-and-so, and I'm new. And these folks here, did Joyce have a birthday? Somebody Joyce here. All right, Joyce, I think you did. If you didn't have one, you need one. Okay. Anna Marie, yesterday, okay? Okay. Yours is in September, Jill? Let's wait till September, sweetie. Anyway, if you're new, again, I'm going to say it again. If you're new, just let us know you're new. Tell these folks here. There's so many have made friends. Like I say, I get these emails from people. They've made friends off of these folks right here. When we go off the air, it sounds good. They still are connecting through emails and text messages, and they become friends and stuff, phones and stuff, making phone calls. And I think that is so neat because those friendships will last long after I'm done gone away from here, you know. Those will be friendships that you guys can have, okay? And that makes me feel good in here, okay? All right. Okay, try to catch back up here. Shared site, good morning. Uh, yeah, that's always a happy birthday to all July people. Carla, you okay, babe? How's that lip? How's that lip? Oh, I have to be careful with my singing. Uh, Marsha, is there a Marsha getting a birthday too? The same Marsha I got here, I think. I think. May not be. Maybe two. Uh, Good morning from Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia. Boy, I tell you what, over in Missouri last night, Dorothy told her they got a flood at her house, and she sent me some pictures of her farm. It was just a beautiful farm. Well, it's still beautiful, but it looks like a lake. It looks like a lake. So the goats are afraid to come out. The only thing enjoying it, and it's still raining, is the geese and the ducks. Well, you know, geese and ducks, they love it. They love it. They love coming out these when your yards become like ponds, and they have a good time in it. Uh, Keep everybody in prayer on this weather, guys. There's some bad weather up and down the countryside. I noticed over there in uh, Sunday dinner yesterday, which y'all won't get that, but Tina was talking about a family up there where the hill country where uh, Rob's mom and dad live. And you know, that flood coming on July 4th, they left early because they saw it was coming and got on out of there. But a whole family, you know, got washed away. She was talking about that yesterday on our Sunday video. Uh, and I think most of the family was finally found, but they was up high, and the water come in the house, and eventually the house started coming apart, you know, and the family members just getting washed out of the house. It's horrible. But I'm so glad they got out of there early and come on home. Good morning, Connie, Peggy, Reba, good morning. Is Bear on here this morning? I hadn't seen her yet. She may be here. Usually I see it in capital letters. Yeah, good morning, Bear. She must be here. I see somebody saying good morning to her. Yeah, okay, she's here. All right. I have to probably call her and shoo her out. Uh-oh, I've got cats coming over here. Y'all moving out over there, huh? Shamus, you moving? Shamus, I ain't going back. Hey, it might be a good time to start feeding them over here. Well, no, we're not ready to move over here yet, so it'd be kind of nice to go back and feed them over there again. But I just feed them at my pavilion. They used to coming out there anyway, and little old Macy's always out there. Hope we should gonna get some of them temptations. All right. Okay, you're here. Okay, I saw it. All right. Now, someone said I look dapper. This is the new hat I got over the weekend. You know, it gives some goodies, and I like it. I don't know if it goes with red or not, but it's a nice hat, and I wondered if Ronnie feels like tuning this in this morning. He'll see it, and he'll be jealous of it. He'll probably want one just like it. I get bad remarks from Ronnie about my hats. Buster, come back. Okay, let's talk about the house for a minute this morning. Kim's supposed to be coming down. Her and I think this week. And I'll tell you what, it's easy to get ahead of yourself when you got, here I'm over. It's easy to get ahead of yourself when there's 4 or 5 people sitting around talking about what we're going to do next. You know, what we're going to do next. We were all in discussions yesterday at lunch, you know, and even last night at Dan's for their evening meal. what's next and what's next, buddy. You know, everybody's going back to work today. You know, buddy and them was all off last week, but they're all back to work this week. So, Bud and Steph's been doing the plumbing and doing an awesome job. And he's telling me, I said, Bud, stop. I said, look, you're doing the plumbing. You do it as you see fit. Don't ask nobody else because you'll get 15 different answers of what should be done. Okay. And I said, you should do that. Today, a one-piece shower tub surround thing's coming, and I'm hoping it fits. I'm hoping it'll fit. I know we're going to have to take out a stud or two on that bathroom wall to go into the bathroom. I'm hoping it don't have no problem going through the front doors. You know, no, we just have to wait and see. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it's built to go through doors. It just ain't gonna go through that bathroom door. Uh, but you know, I told Buddy, I said, you will get it in the house, and when you come, we'll set it like you want it to set, and you get your marks and stuff where you're gonna do the plumbing. Because you can't have somebody doing the plumbing here and somebody else wanting to move stuff over there. It's got to be, you know, tell them where you want it, but then let them do his job. And so that's, you just got to slow them down. We're going to try to get the wiring going this week. I'm not going to say we're going to finish the wiring. Kim's got about 900 boxes in that house. I have no idea what all that's about. Me and her probably going to fight today. We'll fight. We'll be fighting. She got boxes here, boxes there. I said, Kim, baby, how many circuits are we going to have in this house? I know some that I need. Like I need 2 separate circuits in the kitchen. Okay, that's no problem. I got that worked out. I got to have a separate circuit for that big air conditioner. Okay, it's no problem there. And I may hook it up temporary today, guys, just temporary. Bring a service in from my meter loop and temporarily hook it up because it gets hot in there during the day. And it's going to be that way until probably we start getting some insulation in and sealing in. The sealing's going to be the biggest thing. We're probably going to try talking to the family. We probably going to try to hire that out if we can get somebody to come and do nothing but ceilings. And they said, well, walls are no problem for us. You know, we can do walls. So we'll see how that works out, okay? But when you get 5 or 6 people that's working in here, you know, all in the same room, it's easy to get off track and get ahead of yourself. And I keep pulling them back. Guys, the wiring's got to be done. And the plumbing, that's Buddy. Y'all leave Buddy alone. I got to do the wiring. And then we're going to do the insulation in the walls. And then insulation in the ceilings. And then we'll get somebody to come sheetrock the ceilings. Then we can start doing our walls, you know, and then we're going to be getting caught up pretty good. You know, last night Kim and G was already on the phone about looking at linoleum or vinyl, whatever you call it, stuff on the floor. Guys, stop. We got a long ways to go yet. They'll find something and want to go get it, and then it'll be packed back out on the porch. I don't want all that. So, yeah, Kim will show up, me and her fight right off this morning. Larry may come by, my friend Larry. Tell you a funny story. It's not funny either. It's you know, Dan is ordained like a minister. He don't preach, but he could. I don't want him preaching to me. But my friend Larry's a preacher, and Larry don't have a church right now. You know, he's retired, and his son-in-law got saved, and he wanted to be baptized. Well, Larry's first thing, like old-fashioned, is to go to the river. Well, the river's a little bit up, and there's a little bit of, you know, not like it used to be. The river's not like it used to be. There's lots of stuff in the river. Gators, for one. Yeah. But anyway, so he come over and asked Dan could he use the swimming pool to baptize his son-in-law. and the wife came, and his wife came, and anyway, so I drive up and I see these folks over at the swimming pool, and I see Dan inside the pool. I said, "Oh, Dan's got company, and they all going swimming." But I saw Dan's shirt on. Dang. And then when they come out, and I saw what happened, Larry couldn't get in the pool. Larry's worse shape than me. Well, he's older than me. I'm still a young man compared to Larry. But no, Larry's he couldn't climb that ladder into that pool, so Dan went in and did the baptism for him, and he was very. Well, both of us grateful Dan was able to do that, so that worked out good for him. Uh, I think Dan would probably hold me under too long. He's right. I'm gonna get back at Dan. Anyway, so that was pretty neat. But anyway, Larry's supposed to come by this morning. Wants to look at the house. He had all the folks with him yesterday. He said I'll come back maybe tomorrow morning to look at it. So I'm looking. Dropped my pen. Looking for him to come by today. I hope I didn't drop it off the porch. Hang on, folks. All right. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna read off some names here. I got a Brenda, a Marcia, a Joyce, and Anne Marie. Is there any other birthdays? If your name's not on the list, you tell me now. I'm looking. Oh, Reba got an anniversary. Yeah, okay. I like them anniversary songs. I get kind of hung up on them. Reba. I'll put it. All right. Morning, Lester. Lester's on here. Yeah, he's got Lex and Connor both up there, so I know he's gonna have his hands full of them Cowboys. Okay, somebody had anniversary also. I couldn't see who it was. Somebody else. Anyway, I see Reba had one, and for somebody else. Oh yeah, Ronnie. Ronnie's anniversary. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, that woman, he married. I don't know what she saw in Ronnie. She's such a sweet lady. That's Judy's birthday. Okay, Judy, there you go. Going on my list. If I made a naughty list and a nice list, Ronnie'd be on the naughty list. All right. So I'm going to sing to you folks here in just a minute. Now, listen, I warn y'all every time, and people don't take the warnings. And a lady hurt herself the other day. Okay, I tell y'all, brace yourselves, get a hold on the chair. If you can't, have someone hold your hands even. You know, Steve, I think, had to hold Susan's hands when I was singing the other day. She kept trying to snap and bite at him. It's just that way. And so I had a lady the other day, she didn't brace herself and ended up biting her lip. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, somebody got an anniversary tomorrow. Come back with that again, because I didn't see it. Tomorrow, because we're not going to be on here tomorrow, will you? Yeah, they do it, I'm telling you. Who had that anniversary tomorrow? Y'all be watching for me, okay? Paul has a birthday. Okay, Paul. Boy. I've never done a song with that many names. Poor Carla. I didn't call no names. I did not say who busted their lip. Who bit their lip, I'm sorry. Who bit their lip. I did not say that. Okay. Linda has one on Wednesday. Will you remind me on the Wednesday, sweetie? And you come prepared. You got 2 days to brace yourself, okay? Okay. Someone's having eye surgery. I didn't get the name. Listen, guys, if I don't see someone, y'all see someone come out and asking for prayer, either remind me, or y'all just go ahead yourself and pray for them. I know you guys do. There's prayer warriors out here because y'all prayed for so many sick folks, and we've seen miracles happen. We've seen old Ivan. Y'all even prayed for Ivan, a donkey. And don't ever call him a donkey to his face, ever. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, yes, Reba, I can't remember your husband's name. Ray, I think. And I know Diane is Ronnie's wife, so when I call their names, we'll try to, I better put that on here. I'm writing all over this thing. And I hope that was the right Reba. His husband named Ray. If not, Reba, get you another husband or change his name, one or the other. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Brace yourselves, girls. The boys ain't got to worry about it. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brenda, Marcia, Joyce, Anna Marie, Judy, Paul. Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Reuben, Ray, Roddy, and Diane. Happy anniversary to you. Have got any wounds out there? Anybody biting? I love you, Carla. I hope that lip gets better. All right. And yeah, and many more. Yes, and many more. Now, okay. Carla, she bit herself so bad she needed a blood transfusion, she said. That's biting. When you start that's getting dangerous now. That's dangerous. Right, Buster? I love it. I love you, sweetie. And you're gonna be okay. That lip will heal back. It may take a while. You know, I know it was a bad bite. You know, it's all mangled, but it'll be okay. You just try not to bite it again. It'll well before next birthday. All right. Yeah, happy birthday to all you people, okay? And anniversaries. My anniversary comes up, I got to look at the calendar and make sure what year it is. I don't want to say the wrong year, you know, because wives always remember the right year, and us guys, you know, because of we work so hard and we do so much, we forget the actual years, how many years. But I got this beautiful sign to go in my house. The metal cutout showed y'all on my gifts and goodies. This is PawPaw and Gigi. It was a big M, and it said in 1967. That's when we got married. And I think Dorothy sent it, and it's beautiful. We'll put it, I think, between the door and that window over there, or maybe down at the far end as you come on the porch. I'm not for sure, but it's got to go on here somewhere. All right, I see little company coming. Laura spent the night with Brinley over at Jake's last night, and I see her come stumbling down the driveway about half asleep. Don't hurt her, Buster, don't hurt her. I know she's a girl, don't hurt her. Okay, yeah, guys do forget. We no, that ain't because we want to forget. Sometimes we want to forget. It ain't necessarily like we want to forget. I see L.E. and yeah, Lester said we'd be like pea pants up here. I can see L.E. and them stirring around down there too, going out to the bar. Yeah, I can sit up here and just kind of watch everybody what they're doing. That's not why I'm sitting here watching. I just, you know, you happen to look around, you see family all around, you know. Hey, baby, you awake? I'm up here. She's looking all around like I'm a bird. I'm up here, kid. Girls, that's the way girls are, guys. You spent the night with Brindley? Huh? Did you spend the night with Brindley? She should have been a blonde. Don't you get mad? You blondes don't get mad. You surely have heard blonde jokes. And I worked at the school. There was this lady over at the transportation department. She's a blonde. And, and I had this boy in my class. Awesome kid. He knew so many blonde jokes. And she loved hearing them. She'd laugh and just laugh. She'd never upset her. Uh, be out there by the bus and she'd come by and she'd say, "You got some more blonde jokes?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." And he's oh, well, anyway. Connie said she was a blonde, now she's white. Well, that happens. That happens. I had dark hair, and look here. And look, yeah, and had daughters, and look here. It's doggone. Uh, oh, yeah, rolling, 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 roll high. Hell bent for leather. No matter the weather. I love that song. And I don't know if that come before Clint Eastwood started making those spaghetti westerns or after. I don't know. But it was, they call them spaghetti westerns, so I think they're made over in Spain or Italy or somewhere over. I don't know why they call them that. I like spaghetti. Yeah, Cattle Call is a beautiful song. I don't have the voice for it anymore, but little old Bree was growing up, about like Laura down here, spend the night over. And I had it, Eddie Arnold, I was singing it on a CD. We didn't have DVDs. Must have been not a CD either. Those are little tapes. Little 8 tracks, not 8 tracks either. But you know what, a little cassette. And I'd play it. She spent the night, she'd sleep with G. And she'd be in there sound asleep, and I'd turn that thing on wide open. I mean, wide open. Had the sound system in our house, and it just, whoo, she, stop. Cover her head up. And I'd play it till she got up. Oh, I had so much fun with little Bree growing up. I still do. Well, she's my favorite granddaughter. You know, she's my favorite. Anyway, yeah, those some good songs. Me and Lester tried to sing it together up there at the prom. I don't know who's worse, me or him. If somebody in the recording industry had heard us, I don't know if it offered us a job or not. Maybe sweeping floors or something. Yeah, Bree's an awesome girl. She gives me such a hard time, but she does everything I ask. She wanted to use my tractor yesterday, and I said, "Your daddy's got a tractor. It's not air conditioned." I said, "All right, you know where the key is? Stop. I know where the key is. Go ahead, go get it then." She comes out with 2 keys. And smart, I called her the A word. That's a smart A word. You got 2 keys, and one of them don't go to the tractor. Well, I didn't know which one, so there you are. See, you didn't listen to me. You didn't want to listen. One of them goes to the lawnmower. You have a lot of fun with Bree. She's a worker. I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm actually very blessed with the family that I have, guys. I'm serious. Every one of them. Uh-oh, they didn't see you, baby. They didn't see you. Oh, it's so sad. Don't wait. Don't walk over. You stand right there. Buddy or Steph wanted to come up to get her, and they turned to go to Jake's, and she stared. They didn't see her. Poor baby. Anyway, she's walking back over there. Uh, but I bless the family I got. Every one of them works hard. And every one of them is do whatever you need done. You know, they're always ready to help do whatever. Uh, so I'm surrounded by them. I'm very blessed. I do have a wonderful and caring family. Thank you, I do. Uh, all right, someone said their grandpa was bald also. Now, is that all you got out of this? Because I'm bald. That old bald man. Good morning, Claire. Uh, they are, and Kim's awesome too. Yes, she is. She'll be down here this morning, and me and her are gonna fight. We're gonna fight right off. And and she'll say, "Oh no, yeah, yeah, yeah," and she'll start in. And I said to G, G, why you got so many places for outlets in the house? We never use all of them. Well, that's what Kim said. Kim, Kim don't live here. Oh Lord. Uh, you know, all of them are go-getters. Dan and Lester, Kim and Tina, they'll all and just. I worry a little bit about Kim because she takes on so many projects, and and I worry about her hurting herself. Seriously, uh, the rest of them, I think, will pace themselves enough. You know, they all have projects they do. You know, Lester's up there at J&L, and also with Longhorn Lester, there's lots of work to be done up there. Him and Jamie do. Dan takes care of stuff around here, and plus he takes care of the driveways and stuff like that. But and Tina and Rob take care of their place, and then they got also a place up, you know, Uvalde they take care of. But Kim not only helps everybody, which all these will help each other too, if you call on them. But Kim not only takes care of her place, she's constantly helping other folks too. You know, she's helped every one of them build different things because she's very talented, very smart, and does good work. Not that I don't fuss at her, you know. She does the hard work, Karen. Thank you. She deserves a vacation. She'll take one. Her and G will go somewhere. I figured things kind of lighten up, slow down. Uh, they'll take off somewhere for a couple, 2 or 3 days, and Levi to go along as chaperone. The only thing about Levi don't like to eat in restaurants. You know, they may want to go to a restaurant and eat their evening meal or whatever. No, Levi got to go to McDonald's or Whataburger. And so they have to take him either before or after, but he has to have he ain't gonna eat nowhere else. Anyway, Levi's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun. Uh, I know that's what you're saying. Kim says you can't have too many, and you're saying the same thing, too many outlets. Well, you're probably right. You're probably right. Well, we're going to have plenty in here. You ain't plug in stuff every 2 foot. Plug it in that one. I know this one. Take your choice. A, B, C, D. Jake has learned a bunch over there on his house. Jake has. Jake has done awesome work over there. And he comes by here and he'd say, you want me to do this, and Jake, son, you got your hands full over there. Well, I'll take off and help you. I said, no. You don't want to take him away from a project he's been trying to work on for a while now, trying to get that stuff all done, and he's done everything. I don't need him, dropping off that stuff over here and dealing with us. We're not in no big hurry. This gonna get done within a 2 or 3 weeks or a month or so. It'll be all done. But we're not like we got a house. Dustin them ain't ready to move in. Dustin and Jill don't want to do anything until she's through with all her surgeries and treatments and all that kind of stuff. Uh, so USB ports. No, we ain't gonna. I ain't gonna wire up a bunch of USB ports. I tell you that right now. They ain't gonna do it. Uh, we got stuff we can plug in that has USB ports on them. Uh, our house is going to be going over to Dustin Shield. They're going to move into it. Uh, they're going to, and those little girls can't wait to get over here. Can you imagine coming across that yard? I'll be waking up in the morning with my coffee, trying to sit there and have a little peace, and here come all them little girls trailing across there. Uh, yeah. They make ports, USB outlets with ports in them. Well, they probably do, but I don't need them. I don't want to deal with it. Uh, thank you, Mary. Sorry you missed your family, sweetie. I got so many comments about our Sunday dinners. Everybody don't get to come. Those that do, I think they enjoy themselves. Uh, and one day, G and I will be gone, and I hope we talked about this before, that the family will continue to do that stuff. A lot of times, and I've had you folks tell me, once mom or dad or grandpa or grandma passed away, the family kind of went to all their own ways, and that happens. I know it happens. Uh, so I'm hoping it don't, but it possibly will. And it's also the same way with when you're growing up as kids, and you guys know this to be a fact. You're real close with your cousins that live close. And you and some you only saw once or twice a year or whatever, and you'd be everything's great with them. But as you get older and you get families of your own, you drift away from those cousins. Now, cousins is the only one that he and I still hang out together. All the other cousins, well, a lot of them have passed away, but Roy, the guy I joined the Marines with, he stayed every summer with us. His mom and dad both worked, and come school was out, he'd come up here to the farm, stayed basically all summer. And he and I was real close. But he's passed away now. But as family members get older, and cousins, especially like these guys here, you'd hope, you'd hope in your mind, you think, I wish they'd all try to live here somewhere together, and stay close. But it probably it won't happen. Not all of them anyway. Some will stay. Some will stay. But others will move off and they'll get distant. And you hate to see that. Uh, and some folks have family reunions, and y'all may have had them before. Some of you guys, family reunions where they come from all around. And we always, in a sense, had that with our church homecomings, because everybody, all the aunts and uncles and their kids would all come, no matter where they lived, to the church homecoming once a year. And then all that afternoon, everybody's be together, hanging out, chatting and having a good time with each other, and kids playing, going to the river and all this kind of stuff, and adults sitting around and drinking coffee and whatever, just, back together. And uh, but once those aunts and uncles started passing away and the kids started growing up, less and less kept coming to the church homecomings, just less and less. I guess that's life. I guess it's life. Good morning, Jennifer. Get back to some of you guys here. Uh, Amy, good morning, Amy. Janet, Marie. Uh, yeah, it was the good old days. It was the good old days. You know, uh, I say it all the time about the good old days, and I look back at the good old days and think to myself, you know, if we could have had maybe some of the medical advancements that we have today back then, it would have been perfect. It'd been perfect. Because so many folks, I think a lot of folks passed away that today's medicine may could have kept them around a while longer, you know. Maybe not, but I think that. But besides that, hey, uh, more cars we had is fast enough. Didn't need these faster cars. And now the TV's better. It's better these days. I remember we had 3 channels when we got TV. I was 7 years old when we got TV. I didn't have lights. I was 7 years old, and had the outhouse. And outhouse is okay. It wasn't his favorite place to go. He didn't want to stay there long. But anyway, at 7 years old, we got electricity brought into Plum Grove, and we got it. And the first thing my dad did was had a little well dug and hooked up and put indoor plumbing in the house. And the well was a shallow well, and it had rust in it. And overnight, I guess you couldn't tell it drinking it, nothing. But overnight, if you left the water in a water jug, we call it a water jug in the ice box, there'd be like a little red ring around the top of that rust. But yeah, and it was that way most of my years in school. Eventually got a deep well, got down where the good stuff was, you know. But anyway, we had strong blood, I guarantee you. Y'all had iron in us. But but yeah, and we got TV, and the first TV got was 3 channels. What, 2, 11, and 13, and they come on in the mornings. Now listen, you older folks know. They come on in the morning, and there would be a prayer, uh, and there would be the Pledge of Allegiance, you know, Star Spangled Banner, all this stuff, and then they'd start the programming. And then, but at night, uh, when it went off at night at 10 o'clock, then it looked like a target would come on your screen, and it just that'd be on there all night long, just a target, like, you know, just nothing. So at 10 o'clock at night, you better be ready for bed because you ain't gonna watch nothing. Wasn't no such thing as DVD players and stuff like that, cassettes or anything else. And schools had the pledge. They sure did growing up. They sure did. First thing it did, you know. Now, our school, Plum Grove Elementary, we had, uh, when I went to school, regular heat. You know, like wasn't no air conditioner. You open windows, but they had like propane. I guess it's propane heaters. You know, big heaters. But when my dad went to school, the boys, different people would bring wood. I guess during the summer, or whatever, stack it up, and the boys would bring wood in for the wood heater during the day. Yeah, bring some wood in, boys. Second period, bring some more wood in. Yeah, uh, there's a lot of good stuff that's come along, you know, but you still miss the good old days. You know, the good old days was more laid back, you know, more laid back, at least for us kids. For us kids, it was. Now, it may have been more work for the adults, you know. I don't know if my grandpa ever got up in the mornings when he was out there behind that plowing that mule and thinking about the good old days. He may have, I don't know. But times was a lot easier, a lot slower, you know. Today's we're in such a hurry. Uh, you're 54 and you miss them. Yes, ma'am. I understand that. All right, you do pledges at your school today. That's great. We did them. Growing up, we did them. And I can't really remember at what grade level we stopped doing it. It may have been, junior high and high, or junior high in Cleveland when we moved to Cleveland to go to junior high. In high school, maybe they stopped them at Plum Grove. They did them. You go home to the mercury broke out of the thermometer. Uh, my dad, he had to quit school at 8th grade. His dad passed away, and he had to go to work. He had a bunch of little brothers and sisters, but they uh, they would miss when it come harvest time. They didn't show up to school. There was not nobody count them absent and stuff. They're bringing in their crop or what happened. Grandpa or mom and dad bringing the crops and stuff. Or the same way with planting. In the spring, sometimes they'd miss several days to help plant the fields and stuff. Nobody, what a big deal. We got to mark that off. You got a tardy, Uh, yeah. But they grew up. It was a tough life. It was a tough life, I guarantee you. Uh, as I get a bigger audience, it's hard for me to keep. I can't keep up anyway. If there's only one of you out there, it'd just be me and you. I'd be behind. And sometimes I miss things you're telling me, so I try to keep going back and watching what's going on. About the Sunday dinners, yes, I love the Sunday dinners. Uh, we have Kim, Dad, and us is in the regular rotation of the Sunday dinners, and then different days off and on. Tina and Rob will do a Sunday dinner, uh, and I've been hinting to Buddy and Steph, hey, a little hint. But no, we're fun. We're fine with it. It's fun. I think everybody enjoys it. Uh, get on the plane for the next Sunday dinner. Uh, yeah, we do enjoy them. And the conversations, you be at the table, or and you got 8, 10, 12, 15 people there, and there's that many conversations going on at the same time. You can't really understand anything going on. Yeah, over here, it's going on. But it's fun. If you want to hear somebody here, you got to, hey, listen. Uh, anyway, we're getting kind of close to our end. I just want to say this to any new people. And I'm serious about this. And don't matter where you live. I love getting comments and stuff from people in foreign lands, and I love getting them from home here too. And I say home, I'm talking about right here in the United States. I get them from all over. But people like in the Netherlands and Australia, Scotland, England, South Africa, all kinds of places I get these comments from, and you can't help but just think to yourself, how would anybody ever knew who I was somewhere like that? But bye, Claire. But and I was telling Ronnie one day. Ronnie gave me a hard time. I said, Ronnie, if you had to come on here with me, who would know you, Ronnie, besides your wife? Well, I got friends. I said, I know, I was just picking on you, buddy. I was just picking this. But now, people in Australia know that you run through your yard naked, Ronnie. Nobody would ever knew that. in Scotland, that man over in Louisiana runs around naked. Well, he's sick right now, so he can't go naked. Well, he probably can, but he can't run around his yard naked. The funniest thing I have about Ronnie, and he's really a good friend, guys. I really enjoy Ronnie. He's a whole lot like me, I think. And I told him one day, I said, Ronnie, you ever thought about starting your own little channel? Call it Ronnie's Farm. But you got to get out of bed, right? You can't lay up in the bed and talk to people about, well, I got a turkey out there. You got to get up and show them. I ain't doing. But the funniest thing about Ronnie, and I love it, is when his wife, Diane, sweet, sweet lady, and I know she does it for my benefit. I'll be talking to him, and he has it on speaker because he can't hear it unless it's on speaker, and I do the same thing. And he'll be talking about, well, I'm gonna make Diane cook me this and this, and I'll hear, I'm not cooking that. I'm not cooking today. Okay, Ron. You go make you a peanut butter sandwich, boy. Oh yeah, but she does takes care of it. She brings him food. I said, if I could train G to bring the plate to my TV tray by my TV, I could say, G, why don't you go in there and cook this, this, and this, and bring it to me, a big glass of tea. What side of the bed you wake up on? Okay. He's cut back on his Cheetos. And that's because Dr. Gene here, Dr. PawPaw, told him. He kept telling me, he says, I'm gaining weight. Well, he laid up there in that bed, that Cheeto in a Dr. Pepper. I said, buddy, maybe you ought to cut out some of them Cheetos and them Dr. Peppers, you know? And I stayed on him. And after a while, he said, okay, I'm going to eat pig skins. Okay. And I cut out all one Dr. Pepper a day. I said, there you go, buddy. And it felt better. I'm going to send him a bill. I'm going to send him a bill. I do a little medicine. I practice medicine, and that's what they call doctors. They practice medicine. They practice on us. So I've practiced on my kids all their lives. And now I practice on these grandkids if they let me. Their parents won't let me. Bear, have a good day, sweetie. Bye, Amy. Everybody's starting to check out here. Take it off on me. It's okay, because I'm going to have to get up and get some business stuff going here, too. Like I say, this morning, first thing I'm going to do, I think, out here is hook up that big air conditioner temporarily, just temporarily, so we can have some air in there. Jake brought that little unit of his over temporarily just to kind of plug in and give some bit of air, but it's just not big enough to cool it, and maybe it and that big one will make it more bearable in there when you're working. It's nice in the morning. It's cooler in the morning. It feels like air conditioning in there right now if you went in there right now. But up in the day, it will start to heat up, especially when you're in and out the doors, you know, letting the hot air in. So that's projects I'm going to have to get going here this morning. Kim will show up, me and her do some stuff. Dot, I hope that rain lets up. Our whole place got flooded, but not, nothing damaged, but just a lot of water and rain, but she said it's still raining. Hope it slacks up on you. And my little whiteboard came out pretty handy, didn't it? You probably can't read my writing. My teacher said the same thing. And so she'd mark something off. I said, why you mark it off? She said, well, I don't think it's right. Well, you think, well, I can't read your writing. But it's the right answer. Just mark off a little bit on my writing skills. All right. Everybody, seriously keep Jill in your prayers, her and Dust, and Ronnie, anyone else that may be sick. I didn't see a whole lot of people out there needing prayer, but if you do, you need to speak up, and these guys will pray for you, not just me. Betsy Lou, good morning, Betsy Lou. Good morning. So, anyway, I think one evening this week, we will put the power into the unit from the meter pole into the distribution box inside the house on a permanent basis. But it's going to be sometime this week. Right now, we're just doing temporary stuff to have some lights and to cool some stuff off here, have some fans. So that's where we're at. Uh, did I miss any birthdays before I go? All right. Any birthdays before I go? Vanessa needs prayers, okay? Vanessa needs prayers also, folks. Keep her in your prayers. God knows what she needs. All you got to do is just ask Him. He'll take care of it. You always got to know, even if you don't know them or you know what the issue is, God knows. Thank you, Jackie, Peggy, Martha. Thank y'all. Okay, we've been here an hour, guys. I know y'all are probably tired of me, and I'm gonna get back over and check on G and the baby. I think G's probably in hog heaven this morning with that baby, and we won't be seeing her much out here in the next few days until Dustin and we all come back, and I'll have one less boss, one less. I can stand that. I can stand it. I love you guys. Y'all take care. And I'll see you back here on a live on Wednesday, good Lord's willing. And I'll see you every morning on my regular video. Okay? And Carla, I hope that lip gets better, eh? I hope it. If any of you other folks bit yourselves, I warned you. I love y'all.